Hello guys and welcome back to another UCL Fantasy video. Today we're going to discuss if it's worth wildcarding. Looking at my team, I think I can manage with 2 transfers, but the real question is it worth to manage the team with only those? We're going to go and check out the fixtures for the 3 upcoming group stage games, and we're going to wait if we should keep it at all, the wild card, or we should use it now. I see several places where this team can improve and several teams that I can target, especially in my defense. It's shambolic, 3 injured players, and Chalobadat, who is not nailed. In midfield, Almada probably. Yeah, he's the GOAT Mada, but I don't know if he starts now that Bayern is injured. I think Almada can play. But realistically, do I want to focus too much in my defensive transfers and keep this team? I will miss several teams with a good fixture run, and yeah. Let's go and see if we can manage the situation, or we should just activate the wild card. Of course, I'm not going to activate it now. I'm just going to build a team because there are no price changes. But still, I think we need to make a decision around the deadline stream. So deadline stream will be there. But let's go and see how this situation is going to be managed. Speaking about managing your team, let's give a special shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Futium. Futium is a football management game where you own your own club and you go and compete against other real managers in a promotion and a relegation league system. Since the last time I spoke to you, I've played a full season myself, and oh boy, it was a challenge. I managed to get a promotion by the end of the season. Yes, I finished second, but it was enough to gain promotion. It was a challenge all along. Up until almost the last game, I felt pressured about the team in third, and I had to push at the end of the season to clinch that promotion. It only took me 5 minutes per day to set up my team and then to analyze the situation, but at the end of the day, it was more than enough to get promoted into the next division. Now that I'm in Division 7, I have to restructure and to strengthen my team. This is the team that got me promoted into Division 8, but I'm going to utilize all the features of the game. I'm going to go and sign someone from the academy. During the mid-season, the academy is going to be replaced with free agents, so I have to be careful with those players as well coming in my team. There is a transfer window where you can buy literally out of hundreds and thousands of players based on price, position, age, everything that you want. But at the end of the day, the tactics is that what matters the most. And then I have to go and restructure the team completely once again, because the team that got me promoted probably isn't going to be enough to keep me up in that level and push for another promotion for a second season in a row. If all of these things sounds exciting for you, don't forget to follow the links down in the description and start managing your own club. So taking a look at the fixtures, it's from Matchday 6 to Matchday 8. The thing about it is that after Matchday 6 there is around 40 days of a break, so that needs to be taken into account. But realistically, even if there is such a break, do I care that much about it? Probably not. The thing around Matchday 8 though is that we're going to have all the lineups, and we can make we need only 11 players starting. So it's tough to make a decision. Should we wait for Matchday 7 because we will have the full info who is injured, or we should capitalize on this week and not focus only on the defensive moves? So looking at the fixture run, we see that several teams have a nice one. Ajax is one of them, but Ajax are the worst team in UCL this year, and for now I don't think it's that of a fixture run to target. Arsenal is good with Club Brugge. Then it's Inter, and then it's Kairat. The thing is that Arsenal are on full points, so if they win against Club Brugge and Inter, they might not use the regular team against Kairat. So picking players from Arsenal in midfield or in defense seems risky. Atalanta, Chelsea, Bilbao, and Union, I like that run. Bilbao and Union is the run where I think it's very feasible to pick Atalanta players, and I might switch to some Atalanta players and discuss them, but this Chelsea fixture, it's a little bit tough, and I think we're going to be staying patient with Atalanta players. Then Bilbao, it's a no-go. Atletico Madrid is a team with a good run. PSV, Galatasaray, and Bodo Glimt, especially that last fixture against Bodo, I can see a massive upside. The thing is that seeing that upside, PSV and Gawa away, it's tough even though it's still Atleti. I think it's tough. We then enter the Barcelona realm with Frankfurt, Slavia Praha and Copenhagen. I think now is the time to invest in Barcelona with these three fixtures. I think it's pretty bloody amazing. Leverkusen with Newcastle, Olympiacos and Villarreal, also not a bad run. And now we enter the Bayern Munich run with Sporting Union and PSV, and here I think we can have a very big upside in that week. Benfica, Bodo Glimt are on avoid Chelsea. This week, I don't know if I should go for them because Palmer is back, Neto is there, Gittens is there, Enzo is there, Caicedo will play. I'm forgetting about Estevao, I'm forgetting about Joao Pedro, Liam Delap is there, Garnacho I don't know if I mentioned. So there are 9 players fighting for 5 positions. Let's say that Caicedo is nailed and Enzo is nailed. So these are for the rest of the 4 positions. There are 7 players fighting. It's Delap, it's Pedro, it's Garnacho, it's Gittens, it's Neto, it's Estevao. Pedro, Delap, Garnacho, Gittens, Neto, Estevao. 6 players for 4 positions. So yeah, and Palmer. Yeah, I forgot about Palmer. So 7 players. I don't know if I will be targeting them at all. Club Brugge, no. Copenhagen, no. Dortmund with Bodo Glimt is an interesting side that I will be taking a look at. Of course, Spurs away. I don't know what will happen after New Year's Eve, but I think I can keep the Dortmund player there, and against Inter either sell or not play at all. Frankfurt, no thank you. Galatasaray with Monaco, Atletico and Man City. I missed the Osimhen train and I'm willing to admit that. Inter Milan with Liverpool, Arsenal and Dortmund, no thank you. Sorry about that. Juventus is Pafos, Benfica and Monaco. I can see myself picking some Juve players. Kairat, it's interesting, but Kairat are very weak at the moment. Liverpool, Inter, Marseille and Karabakh. Probably in the last fixture I would be looking to buy someone from Liverpool. But for now, with that form that they're in, no thank you. City, Real, Bodo Glimt and then Galatasaray. Real is not an optimal fixture, but City are good. Bodo, it's an easy fixture, and then Galata at home, we will know the lineup. So probably City is not a team that I would be looking to target. Marseille's Union, Liverpool, Bruges. If I had a limitless left, I would have probably select Marseille players, but I don't. Monaco, Gawa, Real and Juve, no thank you. Napoli, Benfica, Copenhagen and Chelsea. I can see myself picking a player from Napoli here and there. Newcastle, it's Leverkusen, PSV and PSG. Yes, it's not a bad team to target. Olympiacos with Kairat, Leverkusen and Ajax. I think that it can be an interesting thing to keep El Kabi in my team. But yeah, the positions are very limited. If I keep El Kabi in the team, I have to probably go with double Barca midfielders because yeah, we'll see how it goes. But El Kabi is an interesting shout. They have one home fixture, but it's an interesting one against Leverkusen. The difficult fixtures are away. So yeah, probably it's a good thing to have El Kabi in mind. Then Pafos avoid PSG, Bilbao, Sporting, Newcastle. Yes, I am picking PSG players. PSV no, Karabakh, Ajax and Frankfurt. I like it a lot, but do I risk it with a Karabakh player? I don't know. 2 home fixtures, probably Leandro Andrade is making sense, but we'll see if the budget is used there. City, Monaco and Benfica, 2 home fixtures for Real, so probably I'm sticking with Mbappe, but we'll see. Slavia Praha no, Sporting no, Spurs no with the way that they're playing, Union no and Villarreal no. So basically, if I wildcard now, I think I'm getting similar players to the ones if I'm wildcarding in 7. Like in 7 I'll have more info, but there is like literally no sense for me to keep the wildcarding at bay. So I think I'm going to wildcard. So let's go and check how my team is looking right now. And let's sell everyone and see the budget that we have. I think we have around 102 million from what I've seen from price increases, which is a nice price increase to be fair. And we have 102.3. That's a lot of money, I would say, but probably it's not going to be enough, I would say. So how I'm going to approach it? I think I'm going to focus on teams with a good fixture run up until the end, and then I'm going to focus on teams with at least 2 good fixtures and some solid teams in general. So let's go and see how we approach it. We start with Barcelona. So Barcelona in defense, I'm not going to do it. I think they're too leaky, they're conceding goals for fun. So I have to take a look at their attackers. Now we go to Barcelona, midfielders and forwards. We pick Barcelona and now we select Rashford. I don't know if he plays. With everyone fit, Fermin Lopez is back in training. We'll see if he plays. Yamal is a choice that I would probably make. Ferran Torres, no thank you. Pedri is injured again. At least got injured against Atletico Madrid. So for now, I'm not picking him. De Jong, no thank you. Leva is someone that I'm interested at. And Rafi is someone I'm interested at. So Rafi and Leva, it makes sense. It's one of the two. Yamal is coming back into the side. He's the most nailed one on the right wing spot. I don't think there is about to be rotation. And fixtures, like I mentioned, against Frankfurt, Slavia Praha and Copenhagen, I think I'm all up for it. Now looking at what to do with the rest of the team, it's Leva or Rafi. So that means that El Kabi will probably have to be dropped. Leva is on penalties, but his minutes are not nailed. On the other side, El Kabi, as mentioned, plays Kairat. I think it's the first fixture of the week. Yes, it's the first fixture, so we'll know if he starts. Then he has Leverkusen at home, which is not an easy fixture, but is not the toughest ones out there. And then he has Ajax away when Ajax are just shit. But they're shit for now. Are they going to be shit after New Year's Eve? That's something we have to take a look at. How I'm going to decide it is I'm going to take a look at all the midfielders and forwards around 6 million and what I can cook. So removing Barcelona here. We have Mecha, a good option. Vanaken. Estevao is someone that I might be looking to get in game week 7 if I know he starts. Sadly, I will not know if he starts, but we will know what Chelsea are doing in the Prem. They will have like 9 fixtures before that. So as little as possible Prem players in my team make sense because most of the teams will go on a holiday, relax and do so on while Prem teams will struggle. So we have a Forbes from Bruges. He faces Kairat and Marseille, which is not the end of the world. Garcia Leandro Andrade, as mentioned, from Karabakh is an interesting shout with Ajax here. He already has scored 1, 2, 3 goals in this competition, which is a lot, like literally a lot. He gets a clean sheet. Ball recoveries, it's not his thing, so I'm expecting 6 to 7 points from him all in all. So not amazingly well. Weimer is here, D-Man. The thing is that if we take a look at everyone, it's mostly midfielders that I can opt for around 6 million. So I think it's going to be El Kabi out. I know that it's tough to make that decision, but it's going to be probably Lewandowski. Even though he missed a pen, I think he's still on pens for Barcelona. And even if he's not, I think for a 9 million player, I can have more possibilities because Isaac, I don't know his price, but yeah, Isaac is 8.7. If he is good, I might go for him. Alvarez, if he is good, he's 9.1, so I can go there. If we take a look at more forwards at the 9 million spot, let's go for 9.5. We have Lautaro is here. I can opt for him, even though the fixture run is shit. Alvarez, I mentioned. Gyökeres is someone that I might take a look at. Girassi, Thuram, Ekitike. While in midfield, yeah, we can go for someone like at the same price range. But I cannot get to Saka, I cannot get to Vini, I cannot get to Palmer. From Rafi, I can get to Wirtz, Odegaard, and now is shit. So, yeah, I think that this is the way. I think we have a more feasible way to move Leva to someone. And the 6 million midfielder probably that I can afford to someone. While a 9 million midfielder and a 6 million forward. So I think that's the play for me. Next up, the team that I will be targeting, of course, is going to be Bayern Munich. And it's pretty easy. The option that I'm going for here, it's Harry Kane. I'm not selling. This guy is just brilliant. I know he has 2 blanks, but he tends to score well against weaker oppositions. And guess what? Sporting is weaker than Bayern, so I think he can do the job perfectly fine. Now in midfield, I can have several options. I want to get here and get to Bayern Munich. We have Musiala, who is soon to be back. We have, of course, Ulise. We have Kimmich. We have Gnabry. Leimer, Bischoff, Goretzka. Karo is here. Karo is an interesting shout. Until Ulise returns, Karo can be interesting. But the thing is that after New Year's Eve, it will be Karo out and Musiala in. So I'm going to be struggling. They will probably play Diaz, Ulise, Kane, and Musiala. So what I'm going to do is I'm very much considering Weimer, to be fair. Like, he played 72 minutes here, 90 minutes here with ball recoveries, 10 ball recoveries. He has 19 minutes with a clean sheet with an assist against Bruges. He hasn't scored a goal yet, but Konrad Weimer seems like an interesting option to target. Do I want to target him is another thing, because I want some goals from Bayern Munich, and these goals are going to come from Ulise and Harry Kane. In my opinion, of course, Luis Diaz is an option, but this guy is playing as a forward, and the forward spots are limited, so I'm going for Ulise. Here I'm going for a triple up, let's not fool anyone. And the triple up is going to be in defense. We have several options, but the option that I'm going for is going to be Dayot Upamecano. For me, he has played every minute, not every minute, but most of the minutes in UCL, and he can get an early sub with Kim Min-jae, which is something good because I can lock in the clean sheet. So that's done here. We have Barca and Bayern Munich covered. Another team that I want to heavily target is going to be Juventus, because they have Pafos and Benfica both at home, and there is one specific player that I think everyone will be looking to get, and that is Kenan Yildiz. For me, I should have went earlier with him. He did well. He did very, very well. But to be fair, earlier with a limitless in 5 was not possible. So Kenan Yildiz is here. That's already 3 new players to my lineup, which is a lot. And then we're going to go in defense, and I'm going to select Kalulu. He has been playing 90 minutes. The other option is Kelly, but Kelly is 0.2 more expensive, and I don't think it's worth it. Juventus I can use up until the end. Pafos, Benfica and Monaco, I'm safe to add Kalulu into the lineup and have it as it goes. This is going to be my Juve coverage. From Arsenal's perspective, they're the best defensive side in the league, and I think David Raya makes a perfect sense here. Gabriel is not fit, Saliba is not fit enough, Mosquera is out. It's going to be Timber, White, Hincapi, Calafiori, Kelly probably rotating in a bunch, but I really want Gabriel if he plays in Matchday 8. But in Matchday 8 he might be rested, so I want to see the lineups and then address the Arsenal defender that I want to bring in. So for now, this is the way I'm going to go, and the perfect rotation pair for him is Karneski. I want to show you, I can show you to you here. So he plays on the 10th, 20th and 28th is the same. So they play on the 9th and on the 21st. Brilliant. I wanted an Atalanta player against Atletico Bilbao. If Raya is benched in the last week, I can opt for Atalanta against Union. So I think that Karneski and Raya on a wild card is a perfect combo. Honestly, getting the perfect combo on Matchday 1 was mind-blowing for me, but I managed to do it. Now, these are the teams with the best runs, and now I think I want to add good players with semi-okay runs, let's say. First of all, I'm returning Mbappe in my side. I just don't see a reason why not to. He has been scoring goals for fun. He has already, 2, 5, 9 goals in UCL, and City are leaky, Monaco at home are leaky, Benfica away I can opt for. So I think here Mbappe makes a perfect sense. It's him versus Haaland in my team, to be fair, but Haaland, Real at away, Borio away, and then Gaot at home. So a little bit of a tougher run. It's away from home. So I think that Mbappe makes perfect sense here. Another player with a good return ratio with a lot of points, being on penalties. Missing him here in Spurs on a limitless was awful, but penalties, man of the match performances, he hasn't gone under 4 points, even though they lost against Bayern Munich, and yeah, that was it. I think, yes. So even though he hasn't scored that much goals as a holding midfielder, having Vitinha here for me is absolutely necessary. Another defender that I want to target is Grimaldo. Being on a lot of set pieces, playing basically like a left mid slash left striker. He's the Munoz of UCL. Let me put that into perspective. I think that this is a nice run of and a set of players to be added. Now the budget is tricky, 13.8. I'm very much maxed priced out. So from here on, we need to get cheap players. And the cheap players that I want to discuss, first of all, is Buongiorno from Napoli. Benfica, Copenhagen, Chelsea. I think I can survive with Buongiorno. And Anton from Borussia Dortmund makes a lot of sense. Clean sheet, ball recoveries, so 84 minutes, 90 minutes, 90 minutes, 90 minutes, 90 minutes. He's playing all the time. Emre Can is an interesting shout, but first of all, he is more expensive. And second of all, he is less nailed. So Anton here makes the perfect sense for me. And as expected, we're about the 6 million price point, which I was mentioning to you. So it's either Leva and Teukabi, Rafi and Teukabi, or Leva or a 6 million midfielder. And here I really want to go for Estevao, but Atalanta away seems tough. I would probably target him for Pafos at home. And for now, the best performing player so far around that price range is Felix Nmecha. He has a lot of points because he scored here and scored twice here. He's playing regular minutes. He's always starting in UCL. No, not always starting. So he missed a game against Atletico Bilbao. But yeah, regular minutes. Another option is to go for Joao Neves. The same price, less points, but he tends to score goals as well. I can opt for Joao Neves here also, and I can safely keep him if Estevao is, for example, benched. And this might be the smart play for me. So two PSG players, they're two holding midfielders, but they're playing all the time. Fabian Ruiz is 6.3, a little bit more expensive. If we take a look at the midfielders around the 6 million mark, because we have 6 million, and we sort them by points. Match of Vanaken, no. Estevao, for now, no. Garcia, interesting shout. Go outside of the box. So no, thank you. Garcia is not for me. For now, Andrade, as I mentioned, him is option. And now we get into the shit territory. So I think that Joao Neves makes perfect sense with Vitinha. This way I'm covering both players that can do well from midfield, in my opinion. We're looking at the dates, and we have a lot of players playing on both days. So we have one, only two, that's tricky, 3, 4, 5, 6 players playing on day 1, which is a little bit low, I have to be fair. But this means that I can safely leave defenders on the bench in day 2. If we take a look at the matches, I want to see which teams we will know. So not very helpful, not helpful at all. So what we see here is that we have a lot of struggles on day 1. The thing about it is then on match day 7 we have Dortmund, we have PSG, we have Napoli, we have Leverkusen, and we have, okay, Juventus is day 2. So I'll have a better split then, but who am I to pick from day 1 if I want to go in defense? Moving into day 1 in match day 6. Olympiacos, yes, might make sense with Rodinei, but he's a little bit more expensive. So let me take a look at midfielders. Now let's go to defenders. The price goes down to 4. And the top performing is David Luiz from Pafos. Shock. He scores every goddamn week or keeps a clean sheet. Like, what the hell? Next up is Paredes. But this guy is suspended, so for now he is off. Anton. Next up is Mauro Jr. from PSV. No thank you. Then it's Adama Boyru, no thank you. Sykes from Union, not too optimal in my eyes. Bruno, still Pafos. Utara from Monaco, I think, not interested too much. Belanova is here, but Nico O'Reilly is here, which might be an interesting play. But still he plays on the second day. So, yeah, not too optimal. Gerard Martin is not playing. Egan Riley is not playing probably. Yeah, he didn't play here. He played only several minutes here and there. Rodinei, yeah, Rodinei is a shout, I would say. So I can consider Rodinei against Kairat, and we'll have another game with Rodinei. Then though he is on 20th, which is again the first day. So I can see myself picking Rodinei here over Anton, for example, because Anton, yes, he has Bodio now, but then he will struggle against Person Inter. So Anton is the guy that might leave for Rodinei here as an option. So this is a shout I can go for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players feels better. So let's leave Anton out of the side for now. Let's consider it's Rodinei. The captain for first day is probably going to be Harry Kane, and in the second day it's tough. We need to nail the captain on the... Oh no, it's not tough. Probably Mbappe or Vitinha is going to be my captain on day 2. So yeah, I think that this lineups makes a lot of sense, and I don't see myself picking a lot more players around it. So yeah, we will know if Rodinei starts or not. If he doesn't, it's Anton. It's easy as that. So I think I like this draft. I don't know about you, but I prefer it that way. Day 2 is a little bit sketchy from captaincy. Of course, we can go for Kenan Yildiz against Pafos, but I'm really hopeful that Harry Kane delivers, and I can have my captaincy locked out for the week. So this is the team, guys. Let me see just something about matches in match day 7. So here on day 2 we have Barcelona and we have Bayern Munich. On day 1 we will have PSG. I can go for Leverkusen. I can go for Real. Yeah, okay, on day 2 I'm safe and sound. So this is the draft. This is what we're going to go for now. Let me hear your thoughts down in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to check out Futium. It's a very nice game. Dimitar Berbatov joined Futium, so we're going to try and compete against him. Thanks so much for tuning in, and tomorrow we'll be coming back with another video and a lot of more assessment of the situation, because there are going to be a lot of games played, while at the moment there aren't. So thanks so much for watching, but for now, guys, I'm heading out. Bye.